Imagine a future where nobody dies from old age. Just really picture it for a second. A future where scientists can literally replace damaged organs, repair your aging cells, and maybe even slow down the entire aging process itself. Now, I know that sounds like pure science fiction, right? Well, maybe not. Because right now, today, scientists all over the world are working on technologies that could help us live much, much longer than ever before. In fact, some experts actually believe that one day, dying from old age could become entirely optional. Welcome to The Explainer. Let's get into it.
But before we leap into tomorrow, we kind of have to face one very stark historical reality. Every single human who has ever lived has faced one unavoidable truth. We all age, and eventually, we die. It's been this way for thousands of years. We're talking kings, brilliant scientists, peak-performing athletes, world-changing inventors. It simply doesn't matter how powerful or intelligent someone was, absolutely nobody could escape aging.
But what if that actually changes? What if humanity discovers a very real way to dramatically extend human life? It brings up the ultimate question. Is immortality actually possible, or is it just a pipe dream? To really understand this, we first need to understand why we age in the first place. Because, a lot of people think aging is just this natural, inevitable process. But scientists, they see it quite differently.
Okay, let's dive into this and look at the simple biological mechanics. Your body is this amazing machine made up of trillions of individual cells. And every single day, these cells divide to replace the old ones. When you're young, this system works perfectly. You get a cut, it heals quickly, your body repairs damage efficiently, and you just recover faster. But as time passes, those internal repair systems start to weaken. Your cells accumulate damage, your organs become weaker, and bam, the aging process begins. In simple terms, your body just slowly loses its ability to fix itself.
Now imagine if scientists could somehow fix that specific problem. What if those damaged cells could be repaired, or the aging process itself could be slowed down? Well, that's exactly what researchers are trying to achieve, starting right at the source, your DNA. Think of DNA as the ultimate instruction manual for life inside every single cell. Scientists are actively figuring out how our genes influence aging. And here's the crazy part. In laboratory experiments, scientists have already manipulated genetics to significantly increase the lifespan of some animals. We're talking massive increases. So it begs the question, could manipulating our own instruction manual eventually help humans live longer too?
Let's look at something that's already happening today, like organ transplants. If a heart fails or a kidney stops working, a transplant can absolutely save a life. But let's be honest, it's a really stressful reality right now, filled with agonizing waiting lists and massive donor shortages. But what if future tech advances past that? Scientists are already researching lab-grown organs. Imagine walking into a clinic, getting a quick scan, and a brand new, customized organ is grown specifically for you. No waiting lists, no donor shortages, just a perfect replacement. That alone could dramatically extend human lifespans.
And customized organs are just the start. The sheer volume of scientific innovation happening right now is staggering. We are basically building a modern tech toolkit against aging. It includes genetics, which we just touched on, along with nanotechnology and artificial intelligence. Let's take a rapid-fire look at those last two.
First up is nanotechnology. Just picture this, tiny, microscopic machines so unbelievably small they can travel directly through your bloodstream. These little medical robots might one day repair your damaged cells, systematically hunt down and destroy harmful bacteria, and fix biological problems long before you even feel sick. Imagine millions of these tiny machines working inside your body 24/7. It sounds completely wild, I know, but researchers are actively exploring these concepts in labs as we speak.
And then you bring artificial intelligence into the mix. AI is currently supercharging medical discovery across the board. It's actively analyzing enormous amounts of medical data that would literally take humans multiple lifetimes to process. In the near future, AI might discover treatments and cures far faster than we ever could on our own. Decades-long medical mysteries could potentially be solved in a fraction of the time, which could easily add years or even decades to the average life expectancy.
Okay, now here is where things get incredibly speculative, but honestly, absolutely fascinating. We're talking about the cybernetic shift. Some futurists firmly believe that to truly defeat aging once and for all, humans might eventually need to merge with our own technology.
Think about replacing damaged eyes with advanced artificial ones that actually see better than natural vision, or replacing failing internal organs with highly durable synthetic versions. There's even talk of enhancing human memory using brain-computer technology. But this brings up a huge philosophical dilemma. right? I mean, if we continuously replace our biology with technology, at what point does a person actually stop aging normally? And ultimately, what would it actually mean to be human?
Which leads us to a really sobering question. Would immortality actually be a good thing? I think most people's gut reaction is to immediately say, yes, absolutely, sign me up. But let's really think about it for a second. Imagine living forever, just watching centuries pass by, watching the world completely change again and again. At first, it sounds like an amazing adventure. But is watching endless centuries roll on actually a desirable outcome for us?
Because living forever brings some pretty serious baggage. We would be looking at completely unprecedented societal dilemmas. We're talking staggering population growth, severe resource shortages, and massive economic changes. And the biggest ethical question of them all, wealth inequality. Who actually gets access to this life extension technology? Does everyone get to live forever? Or is this just going to be a luxury that only the ultra-wealthy can afford? These are massive, complicated social questions that humanity would absolutely have to answer.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that we don't even need true immortality to completely disrupt our world. Just radical life extension will do it. What if humans never become truly immortal, but we just simply live much, much longer? Instead of the average human living to be about 80, what if people routinely live to 120 or even 200 years old? Let that sink in for a second.
Because a 200-year lifespan wouldn't just add a few extra years to the end of your life, it would completely upend every basic structure of society as we know it. You might have 3 or 4 entirely different careers in one lifetime. We would see centuries of generations living together at the same time. Education would have to be completely reimagined as a lifelong necessity. And retirement? Yeah, you'd be working for a very, very long time. The world would look fundamentally different.
But here is the absolute truth of it all. Right now, nobody knows exactly how far this life extension technology will go. Sure, radical longevity has its skeptics, for sure. But medical tech is advancing so incredibly fast right now that today's impossibility is tomorrow's normal. Think of it like this. Just imagine explaining a modern smartphone to someone living 200 years ago. They would literally think you were holding magic. And the exact same thing might be true for the future of our medical technology.
Humanity's greatest battle, the battle against aging itself, has really only just begun. So I want to leave you with one final provocative question to think about. If scientists actually discovered a way for humans to live forever, what would you do? Would you choose true immortality, or would you prefer a normal human lifespan? Make your choice and let me know down in the comments. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep questioning, keep learning, and remember, the future is full of possibilities.